So tonight we're going to be working on comic stuff. We're going to be doing some comic stuff. I'm going to be working on Changeling pages because I want to, I guess. I have to set this shit up. I'm not a very energetic streamer, so if you're watching this on YouTube and you want somebody to like scream and yell at you, this is not that. I'm not good at that. It's not a talent of mine. The parts of Changeling I'm going to be working on tonight are in the first chapter. I haven't added pages to this in a very long time, but oh my god, I'm sorry, I got distracted. I've written a very long script for this entire story. And I might read it later, because we might... There are still a few pages left I have to do of this. Hang on. Okay. So, how should I go about this? I think I should go through all the pages I have so far and talk about them a little bit. And then maybe I can read the script of what I have of this chapter. Maybe I'll save the reading for later. I'm not good at reading. If you've watched these before, I'm not good at reading. Let me open up all the previous pages first. Let's see here. Okay, chapter 1. Bring this over here. Open this up here. Don't need the starting soon icon. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you through this, right? This is a lot of atmosphere setup. God. How do I read a comic out loud to people? You know what? Hang on. Sorry, I needed more light. Okay, so I'm gonna feel weird reading this dialogue, but I'm gonna read this dialogue. and then after that, I'm gonna like sit on the image to like, you know, let it soak in a little bit. Actually, no, that's gonna be weird. You know what? If you want to read this, I'll put a link down in the description below. I'm not gonna read the dialogue. I'm gonna go through the images. And you can pause and read them if you like, if you're watching this on YouTube. But a lot of these images are actually, I don't know how many of these images are taken from photos. I know this one is. This one I came up with. These first few pages here are to like, I think, set atmosphere. Like this one, and then it gets into the story. And these pages right here, there's almost no dialogue. I say almost. There isn't any dialogue for, I think, even the first 10 pages of this. We have a, like, you know, a guy dragging her to this big door. I was very influenced by Hellraiser with this, and it's very obvious, and I'm very sorry. This guy was fun to draw. We will be like painting more pages of this later, or after I go through this. And I'll talk more about like story specifics. Maybe as you're gonna get a lot of like autistic ramblings from me about like my own crummy characters and writing. I hope that's okay. Yeah, a lot of these are like atmosphere setting, because we have like big open. I guess these aren't big and open. This one's big and open. And then this one is literally just Hellraiser. I don't think I can skirt around the fact that this is like, I think I was just watching Hellraiser and I just wanted to make that. I'm hesitant to like continue with this design because it doesn't feel original enough. It needs to have like something different. We have Shape. I think I've talked about Shape on stream. I'll be talking more about him later too. Oh, this guy. This guy's design was really, really fun. This is the interrogator. And I wanted him to be just the most uncomfortable thing you could possibly look at. Have a seat. Do you know where you are? I guess I am reading the dialogue. Am I dead? Do you remember signing this? I love these faces right here. Agreement. To see, this is another Hellraiser thing. I think I started because I started this just like as a coping mechanism, and I think it was just borderline fan art at this point. Especially with the hooks and stuff. But I'm trying, at least with the script. The script takes like a very different turn from this. I think these are just like the first few starting pages. I like this. chapter 1. I don't remember how I drew those clouds. I do remember drawing those buildings, though. I feel like because there's like, actually I do think the dialogue helps here with giving a little bit of context, but I feel like right after this, right here, I feel like it's hard to understand what's going on. I'm trying to, this is sleep paralysis. I'm trying to make it seem like all the previous pages were a dream, and then she wakes up. I don't know if it conveys that, though. I think my favorite thing to paint with this is like a lot of moody lighting like this. Like really dim, moody lighting. Oh, there's Gentle's mother. We drew her. We drew her on the other stream. We have shape in the hallway. Hey, Halloween is approaching. Are you prepared? God, I love the angles with this. I have a tendency, so like I do a lot of tracing of photos because, well, not because, tracing photos is a really, really good way to make things look as realistic as possible. But when I don't use any kind of references, I find that it has a quality to it that I like a little bit better. Like the perspective kind of is a little weird and incorrect, which is kind of nice. I'll give a better example of this when we start drawing. I will, you know, I'm gonna be reading the script later, so I might as well just like save the voice lines for then. Halloween masks and magic. These shadows don't make any fucking sense. I don't think I understood where the light was coming from here. It looks good. It's just like, This is the best page. I think this is the best page in all of these so far. I think I might modify this page. Okay, so what's happened here in the comic is we have Gentle. She's inside this horrible, horrible dream about a contract. And then she wakes up. And she's in her apartment. And she's like trying to orient herself back into reality. And she's like, she thinks she sees something in the hallway. So she goes to check it out. And sees like a Halloween advertisement on the television, even though it's July. The next thing that's going to happen is she's gonna go into her bathroom because she sees footprints and a door open, and she's going to find her medication missing and stolen. I'll give more story context for this later, but I think we should just jump into painting at this point. Okay. Maybe I'll work on the next page. I thought I had a detail idea for this, but well, I already started working on this page. I haven't released this one yet. So we're gonna finish this. And then we're probably gonna start the next one. Yeah. Where's my pen? Here it is. Does that convey missing pills? What layer is that on? That's on here. Okay. I have to... Something in this panel needs to happen that kind of indicates her going into the bathroom. Because it goes from like this to seeing a door open, her reacting, and then now just in the bathroom opening the mirror. I feel like there's a missing action here, and I think that's why I left this panel blank. I also think I'm gonna change the shadow so it's like the silhouette of a door here. Oh, that perspective thing I was talking about. The perspective of this room is a little wonky. Do you see how like the walls curve and the floor tiles are like kind of, you know, jagged? That's what I'm going for. I will be posting these pages once they're done. But I'm debating whether or not I want to release like a whole chapter at once for people to read, because that might just be easier to consume for people. You know, having one page every, you know, few days or so is just maybe somebody would like that. I feel like it would be really hard for me to keep track, and I would just wait until it was done and then read all of it at once. Just a second. How's my day? It's not great, but I'm streaming, so that's, you know, the streaming is nice. My day has not been very nice, though. I don't want to pry. I hope it gets better. Oh, it was just a stressful work day. I have a part-time job, like, along that side, the streaming and art, and it's just kind of exhausting. I don't hate the people I work with. In fact, I love the people I work with. It's just, it's like, it's just kind of a shitty job. I truthfully wish I could be doing art more, which is why I think I'm streaming now. Streaming has just become a very good way for me to relax. It feels like I'm like actually making something. So much of my day is just spent at like a place I know I just don't want to be at. I feel like all of this energy is getting put into something that is just not something I want to be doing with my life, you know? But bills are important. I gotta pay those. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah. Perspective's a little weird. Maybe right there. It's just like kind of really hard to find what the fuck? Oh, there we go. It's just really hard to find like art jobs. I have a lot of friends who just have art jobs and they work for companies. Making your own stuff is possible, but like I've been doing that for maybe like 10 years and I get commissions. Commissions that I'm still kind of behind on that I really need to get done. if you're watching this and you commissioned me, I promise you that I am still working on it. I am just so astronomically busy right now. I do listen to audiobooks at work. I find that it's really, really easy for me to consume a lot of books at work, and I think at least, like, for me mentally, that makes it a lot easier to deal with, because it does feel like I'm, like, putting time into something I like to do, which is reading. I think I talked about book recommendations on a previous stream. I just started a book called Fantastic Land, which is very good. I've also started reading Wizard of Earthsea, which I started reading a while ago, but I never finished it. Yeah, the Clive Barker books. Yeah, it was all Clive Barker, wasn't it? It was like 75% Clive Barker. I'm sorry, I'm this type of person. Earthsea, it is a good book. I'm like halfway through it, or maybe not halfway through it. I think I'm like 25% of the way through it. He's at the wizard school, and he's talking to his teachers, or he's like fighting with somebody about like summoning the dead, and they were talking about this guy with like black spots all over his shirt. I think we were talking about Clive, and someone asked for recommendations. That's probably true. Sorry, my memory is like bad. What Clive Barker books am I reading right now? Oh, speaking that reminds me, I have to respond to a commissioned email to like tonight. Because somebody wanted me to draw like I posted that Nulyanek that I drew on stream on fucking Reddit, and somebody wanted to commission me. I don't know the details about it yet, but it's money. It's probably like another like $100 commission, which is wonderful. But it's not like my problem with commission work, and I don't want to say that like commission work is a bad. I get like a relatively large amount of like commissions. Well, not quantity. I would say like I get commissioned by people to do like a bunch of artwork for tabletop games. I got commissioned by what is it, the Vampire Survivors devs to do little animations for them. You know, I used to do a lot of like pet portraits and like really simple stuff. but I feel that like a lot of my commissions now are like really high budget stuff that I have to sign contracts for, and this stuff is nice, the money is nice for it, but it's just not, it's not consistent. And I also don't get paid like benefits, and I also I have to pay taxes on the income I get. So being a contractor sucks. It's on this shelf. Eh, not adding that. Okay. Okay, that shelf is good, I think. I say as I add more. Okay, there's a few things in here. Excuse me for yawning. Ugh. That looks like... It doesn't look like the same bottles, but... Oh well. What should I indicate? I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Like this floor is almost perfect. It just needs the edges fixed a little bit. What else have I started reading? I started reading The Never-Ending Story. Hi, Jump Jump. I started reading the horror. Let me spell that. So far, it's interesting. I haven't gotten very far, but it has a really nice setting of like an isolated farm side that's getting taken over by a bunch of corporations. And that's all I've gotten so far, which is only, I think, like the only like first 2 chapters. I know something scary is gonna happen. I don't know what though. Hmm. Maybe I feel like the shadow should be right here for this. It should travel up the wall. I think I should add the shadow. Ooh. I think I should add it after I do all the rendering. Hang on, I wanna fix the fix these walls. I'm gonna try to finish this page tonight. I remember I was producing like 1 or 2 pages almost every night with this when I was first developing it. And that's a little intense for me. And I also want to be spending a little bit more time than just like an evening on some of these pages. Although I think making every single page a masterpiece is ideal, but also a little impractical. I think I should save a lot of the long paintings for really important shots. The wall has so much texture. Oh well. Burnout? Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. I obviously want to be doing really detailed pages because they come out great. Like this is a good example of this. This has so much detail in it, and this took an incredibly long amount of time. I think this one took like 20 hours, like 25 to 30 hours to do all of these little tiny details. And if I had the money, I would make every page like this. It's not a matter of like motivation. I have the motivation. It's just that like, you know, I'm just doing this myself with the income of a part-time job. Maybe someday some cool, rich benefactor will give me a cool art job. Okay, what I want to do, I want to quickly do this just so I can see how this looks. I want to make a shadow in the shape of the door to give like a good perspective. Oh my god, this is so laggy. Wow. Jesus Christ. Okay. Then we're gonna lower the opacity of this, right? And then we're going to erase this. There's a cutoff there in the layer underneath. Ooh, I want that. You see how nice this looks? With just like a low opacity layer like this? Like the Renaissance system? Okay, I completely forget. I don't know when that was sent, and I completely forget the context of that message, so I don't know what... I don't know how to answer you. Because I forget what I was talking about. If I do that on stream, like, completely forget what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, it happens a lot. I think we're gonna have the dialogue right here. There's a lot of empty space right here, and it could be filled up with something. Although first I gotta render this bathtub. In the Renaissance, there were some people who paid the artists to do stuff, and it was enough to live from that. I don't think anyone wants to do that for me. I think that's what Patreon is supposed to be. I'm still updating my Patreon, by the way. Truthfully, if I had like a choice and what I would want to do, I would just want to be doing I'm a writer at heart. I think I really love to write stories. I love to write characters and narratives. And I would want to spend my time doing that as much as possible. Just writing good stories. It's very important to me to do that. I think I would be more mentally ill than I am now if I didn't write. I'd also like to make games. But I guess that goes into the narrative thing. I want to take narratives and I want to explore every kind of possible way I can do that, whether it's like writing a book or a comic book or like a video game or even a film. And this isn't like me talking about the job I want to do. I'm talking about like this as something I want to do, like period. Like this is something that I would want to do even if I wasn't getting paid for it. Um, this bathtub is going to be covered. Why am I putting so much effort into rendering this fucking thing? Oh yeah, good night. Have a good night. Thank you for visiting. I'll have to subject everyone else to me talking to myself instead of you. need to start drawing the actual character in this shot now. Make a whole other folder for this. See how this looks. It's still looking sweet. Shoulders would be somewhere right here. Actually, wait, this should be right here. Should it? Hmm. Perspective doesn't work for me. Where would her feet be? Her feet would be like right here. So then her legs would be right here. Oh, but that's like too close. The head needs to be like right here. This perspective fucking sucks. How's this gonna work? What if we put the shadow in there? What if I... Maybe I just need to make her smaller. I guess the legs are going to disappear off screen here. Maybe I need to reverse this. Oh shit, it's almost there. Hang on, I'm gonna quickly try to do this in red just so I can know where to put the body. If I put the head there, then the shoulders would be right here. Torso would be like that. It's still fucked up. What if I tried having her... You know, most people would do sketches before they did this. It's just too, like, big. Like, I try to do the perspective thing and it, like... She just... It just doesn't work. That's the closest one to, like, a good shot, I think. That one doesn't make any sense. That one also doesn't make any sense. That one's... I almost like this one. That, the perspective is weird. I do want her to be holding the door here. So... There's the torso. No, that's not the torso. Okay. Hand. Arm. Okay, this is the closest candidate. But it's still not what I want. I think I'm not doing enough foreshortening. perspectives off again. There are a lot of people I see that use like 3D models to get the correct perspective, and then they just trace it. And then there's me, who is stupid and doesn't do that. Maybe I need to work on this up here. Oh gosh, it's 11:34. Oh, I gotta get to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I have to get up early tomorrow. It sucks. Oh well. Okay. I thought I was gonna get like a whole page done today, but I guess that isn't the case. I will be back tomorrow though. Doing these on weekdays has been very helpful for me. I do have to sleep though. I have to get up early for oh. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry this stream is so short. I will be back tomorrow. I weekdays are perfect. I think I just went over this 5 seconds ago. Oh my god. So it'll be 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is like the ideal time. I need to come up with like I have a schedule. I just need to draw it and then like probably display it below. Yeah. Anyway, good night.